hello, and welcome to the Earth's Mightiest Bastards. I'm Mark Storrs, and with me as always is...
Chris.
And...
Rob.
Hobo Gandalf, still holding the title.
Someday
Hobo
you'll
Gandalf.
get a home and...
Someday.
You'll move out of that
Someday
trash
I'll
can.
shave and I'll leave the dumpster behind.
Yeah.
So for this week, reaction-wise, we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to call this Retro Reaction.
Boom.
So our very first reaction that we're going to do is something that's very near and dear to me.
Mm-hmm.
This is
As
Batman.
us.
This
was a game changer. For the three of us as young geeks. This was a thing that I think we all got our minds blown by.
I remember the day that I saw this.
Yeah.
I remember seeing pictures in Starlog.
Oh yeah, the great counterpoint to Fangoria.
But then I remember
Sci-Fi.
this actual trailer when this came out, and this is Batman, Tim Burton's Batman, 1989.
89.
So I was 9 years old. This is the first movie I ever saw at the drive-in and then at the theater like the very next week because the movie's super dark, so seeing it at the drive-in is not
like
good.
watching it at all.
Yeah, so you need to go to the theater to see it. So this for me was the beginning of everything. Like this is my.
Were you a superhero geek before Batman '89?
This is what got me into Batman comics.
Yeah.
I was already sort of into comic books.
Had you seen the Adam West series at all?
Yes, yeah, I saw Adam West, but this was the game changer for me. So,
but this has got to be a little fuzzy. I mean, it's like us seeing like Gremlins.
Yeah, right.
Like that's how old.
Yeah,
like
it's true.
I remember I remember perfectly being at the drive-in. I remember the glass bottle of Pepsi that I was drinking.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it wasn't Pepsi Clear.
No.
But it was the glass bottle of Pepsi. I remember this.
No, I was completely
And I asked some other Batman
me too.
stories afterwards.
I mean, Batman was always my favorite. I grew up loving the Adam West series back when I was a kid and didn't realize it was ironic. I thought it was dead serious.
Yeah.
I'd read Detective Comics, a little older than you, obviously, but when this came out, the whole Bat phenomenon was absolutely overwhelming, and I was glad that the world was saturated with Bat paraphernalia. I mean, it was just a golden time. And so when this trailer finally came out, because I remember everyone was skeptical, just the way they were of Batfleck, but even 10 times more so. Michael Keaton is Batman, Mr. Mom is Batman.
Yeah. That's how I knew
Johnny Dangerously.
Yeah, exactly.
I knew him
People
as
were
Mr.
losing
Mom,
their mind.
Yeah.
You know, and lo and behold, it turned out to be the biggest financial hit, I think, of the era, maybe of all time for a short period. And it was a game changer. It really was.
Before the movie came out, the toys came out.
Yes.
So I remember freaking out having to go to Ames to get the toys. I couldn't get Batman. I had to get Bob the Goon.
Oh.
So I got the Bob the Goon toy. It took me at least like 4 to 5 months to find the actual Batman toy.
Right.
And then I finally got him, and I was, for the longest time, it was literally just me and Bob the Goon being like, it'd be cool if Batman was around, but he's not. This sucks.
Yeah, see, I
got a cool knife.
I was out of toy phase at that point.
I was too.
That was the phase because dude, I was like 15.
I know.
Yeah.
I was heavy in it.
So 15 was still, but I was into yo-yos back then.
Oh, yo-yos were the dope shit.
What?
I don't know. I was super into yo-yos. Dude, I got pretty good at yo-yos.
I'm not comfortable with
I
this.
made a bad yo-yo.
He's yo-yo master over.
I had like 3 or 4 Dunkin' Imperials. I had some gems.
Wow.
I made a bat yo-yo.
Were you
How did you
Were you yo-yoing?
I
with
got
other
all
boys?
sorts of stuff that had little bat symbols on it, and I glued the bat symbols to the black Dunkin' Imperial I had.
Wow.
And I made a fucking bat.
So were you just like walking to the arcade yo-yoing the whole way?
Yeah, I was like, dude, I brought it into school with me. I was fucking a yo-yo champion.
I didn't know this.
I wasn't a
I've
champion.
known you forever, and I've not known this about you.
Yeah.
Ever.
Dude, it was a quick phase. I don't want to talk about this. I know.
This is suspect.
I wasn't a champion, but
it's no wonder you love the yo-yos, Deca, man.
All right.
It is.
So let's get to the trailer. Here we go. This is Batman 89 official trailer, Tim Burton, and here we go. This is going to be grainy as the dickens.
Yeah.
There's no 4K restoration.
Oh.
The fucking Batwing.
That was great. That was a great toy.
This is
I love this
69, which probably isn't a lot. I think they put the trailer on TV.
No idea. But for theaters.
Okay, first off, Batman. A lot of weapons. Yeah, missiles, Gatling guns.
Vicky Vale.
Bruce Wayne.
And what do you do for a living?
I know, there's no music.
Yeah, no, this is
voiceover.
the trailer.
Is there a 6-foot bat in Gotham City?
There's no
Nice
like.
outfit.
No, this is the original trailer. This is what it is.
You look fine.
Still one of my favorite
I
Jokers.
didn't ask. I have given a name to my pain.
What are you?
I'm Batman. Get those wonderful toys.
Damn it, I love that. Yeah, there's no music. There's
this is
just
weird.
talking. Yeah.
Complex.
No coming in.
This was the trailer for the movie.
Freak terrorizes. Wait till they get a load of me.
You do a lot in this.
Yeah.
Star villain.
So,
There you have it.
as a 9-year-old kid seeing that,
Yeah.
it just changed my world.
Dude, as a 15-year-old seeing that, it was like,
Yeah.
finally we're getting something that's at least takes this with a modicum of seriousness.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Because that's the thing. Everyone thought comic book movies had to be ridiculous. I mean, we grew up and loved to varying degrees the Incredible Hulk series, and when they had, like, say, the stars of Thor and Daredevil in the
Yeah.
mid-'80s, it was like,
Yeah.
you get what you get, and you're glad to have it. Who knew? I mean, none of us ever predicted what would happen. If the DC movies of today, which I know we have lambasted in the past, came out then, they would have been life-changing, life-affirming
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
godsends.
Yeah.
But back then we didn't get much, and this was the first touch of it. I mean, yeah, it's still Tim Burton, which means it's a skewed version of reality.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
even as a kid, I used to think to myself, the guy who directed Janie's Got a Gun, he should direct Batman, not knowing that he would turn into David Fincher. And I still say Seven is a great Batman movie. If Morgan Freeman were Batman and Brad Pitt had been Robin.
I'll give it to you.
A little bit
I'll give
too
it to you.
filthy, but
No, too filthy and too
they'd
scummy.
have to
Yeah.
change it. But
Lot of scum.
but
Lot of scum.
Gotham is a scum pit. Crime Alley
Yeah.
is a hole.
Yeah, but I
But,
mean, I didn't.
but that aside,
In the box.
But that aside,
What's in the box?
well, yeah, you're
What's in the
right.
box?
Riddler in a box.
Yeah.
But the Tim Burton Batman really was a life changing. And I remember going to the theater and people were sitting in the aisles. People were sitting 3
yeah.
inches in front of the screen
Yeah.
on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the last true phenomenon I remember. in
Yeah,
movie
that was
theater.
that was the very first time where people stood up and clapped in a
In
movie
a
theater.
movie theater.
Yeah.
I remember that too.
Luckily, me and my friend got in. There was only like 2 or 3 seats left. We had to sit right in the front, so we were like literally lounged.
Yeah.
'Cause if you've ever sat in front of a movie theater,
You-
Yeah.
This is back when
you
the
have
screens
to
were
record- yeah.
10
Yeah.
feet up. Yeah.
and like just the movies, just the music started, and people were like "Rrrr," and clapping. I'm like, what's it?
No, it was.
Yeah.
Because movies were like church, like there's talking, but you didn't like
Yeah.
show emotion. Like,
The,
No,
o-
I mean,
the
it's
only
not
experience
theater.
I had with that, the first
Couldn't
experience I
believe
had with that where people were clapping, which is kind of funny, was the Phantom Menace.
Oh,
As soon as
that's
the
funny.
opening crawl happened, people were like,
Of course.
fuck yeah! And then by the end, everyone's like, shit.
yeah,
But anyway,
weeping,
seeing this
rivers of tears.
seeing this at the drive-ins, I remember bugging my father to bring me.
Of course.
I'm like, we gotta go see Batman. We gotta go see Batman. I remember we finally did. I had my Bob the Goon figure, and I brought him with me. And I'm like, I'm gonna figure out what the fuck this guy is all about. 'Cause
Right.
all I knew was he was Bob the Goon. He was part of the Joker's squad.
Yeah.
And he came with a gun and a knife and a hat. And I'm like, I'm gonna figure out what
Yeah.
this dude's
I always
about.
liked that character actor, whoever the hell
Bob
he
the Goon was the shit.
Yeah.
But the movie itself, I watch it at least once, maybe twice a year, just to go back and watch
Really?
it, just to
To
see.
this day?
Yeah, I still
That's a lot.
love it.
We watched it maybe
I
2 or 3
love it.
years just
Yeah,
to
we did.
reaffirm.
You just remember.
Yeah, it's smaller.
It is
than
small.
You
I have
think
it.
is.
I have it in my Plex. It's
Really?
in my Plex actively. Yeah, I have it there. That and Batman Returns. Yeah.
Well, Batman Returns, we'll do that trailer eventually. That's a whole other breed of cat. That's Burton being fully Burton.
Yeah.
And I think that's his best realized Batman film. And it might
Yeah.
be to this day, even though it skews from the Batman mythology quite a bit and the Christopher Walken character is weird, I think that still might be the best Batman movie made yet. I know a
It's
lot of people
good.
are going to
It's
complain,
really good.
especially Chris Nolan fans.
I mean,
And
it's-
the
it's-
second Bats was great, but in terms of actualizing the world, I still say Batman Returns is kind of an unsung hero in Batman
I
films.
love that movie.
No,
Me
that
too.
movie's great. Yeah.
The Deformed Penguin was great. Michelle
Yeah.
Pfeiffer was never hotter and more
It's
esoteric.
basically Danny DeVito in the sewer wanting to kill kids
Yeah, in like this weird
and being
Moses parable.
kind of grabby.
Oh yeah,
with,
he was
with
scummy.
the girls.
He
yeah.
would not function in today's Hollywood.
Yeah, no.
No, that guy, it would not go over well.
And I think really too with Tim Burton's '89 Batman, the Joker played by Jack Nicholson was unfucking believable.
Yeah,
No, he
at
was
that
great.
time,
he was
Ooh,
perfectly.
like, it was
there was nobody
perfect.
better to do that at that moment.
And let's not forget
And Nicholson was great.
the Prince soundtrack.
Oh, I do forget about that
Yeah,
sometimes.
no,
Yeah.
Rest in
dude,
peace.
don't ever. R.I.P. Prince.
Yeah.
Such a great soundtrack. Nicholson as the Joker he brought the Joker to the super psychotic level you needed.
True.
Because all I ever had was the
Caesar Romero.
Caesar Romero.
Yeah, which it's not entirely far from.
No, but
just was way more dangerous.
Nicholson was way over the top. Way over the top.
Yeah.
Kim Basinger.
Hot.
I mean, come on. Even being as young as I was like, damn.
Oh, no, she was a ravishing
beaut.
beauty.
A total beaut.
No, it's great. And that scene in the museum, was so epic and so classically Batman.
Dude, when he has the acid, and he gets the acid
I
against
mean,
the
it's
wall.
small, like
So
Chris was
good.
saying, compared to like Blockbuster today, but it felt so epic.
Yeah.
And the guy I feel worse for is Robert Wall, who was like the third star of that
Yeah.
film, or fourth,
He's
I guess,
there.
after Vicky Vale, and was in everything for like a hot minute. And I haven't seen in a.
Was he in Fort
decades.
Fairlane?
I don't know. I don't remember Fort
No,
Fairlane.
he
We
wasn't.
don't. We don't know your favorite movie like you do.
Listen, I
Yes.
love Fort Fairlane.
And
We
Predator
know.
2.
We know.
I don't
Fort
know why.
Fairlane and Predator 2 are solid movies.
They are.
So you
movies.
get Robert Wall, you get Kim Basinger, Bob the Goon, R.I.P. Bob.
Oh, did he pass away, the actor?
Bob the Gun, the movie.
Oh,
Bob,
the movie,
Bob
yeah.
the Gun. He's like, Bob the Gun. Bob gives him the gun.
Split
Boom!
motion.
Shoots
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Gets a new Joker, head of the new Joker crime family or whatever. So weird things about Batman in this, okay?
Yeah.
When he asks Kim Basinger, how much do you weigh?
Yeah.
He's like, how much do you weigh? Because he has to do he has to
the
literally
grapple.
calculate the grappling gun in his
Yeah.
head to make sure.
And she gets all like doodle-dee.
Why would you ask somebody that? And he's like, well, I'm fucking Batman. So.
Yeah, I should know.
Yeah, he doesn't say that.
No, he doesn't say that.
And that suit is so solid rubber. Like even
it's
even
so
then, it was
cool.
cool, and
It's
I
such
like
a
the fact
cool
that they went for
suit.
full on black, which had not been done at
His
that point.
neck can't move.
His neck cannot move at
like
all.
Yeah.
Christian Bale's neck, but it's so dope looking.
It's
Like,
pretty cool looking.
dude.
it's
and
pretty cool.
The
Oh,
gun,
Oh yeah, compared to what you saw, then all of a sudden he gets Batman with these huge
Yeah.
ears and he's all. I'm like.
yeah.
Yeah, and the Batmobile, which has become kind of an icon, sort of. I mean, it's
There it is.
there it is
Yeah,
down
there's
there.
down there.
It's one of the
Deadpool,
most
like
memorable
Batmobile.
icons from the late '80s. Early
I still
90s.
love that Batmobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my
The
favorite.
Batwing, the
Batmobiles, yeah.
Batmobile,
Oh,
like his
Batwing was so
accoutrement was
fucking
great.
cool.
Every
Michael
so
Gough
often,
as Alfred
DC
was
Comics
great.
will toss that Batmobile into the panel, and
really?
you're like, shit, yes,
That's a
it's
cool
Well, it's so
good.
organic. It's like an anorexic Corvette, but
Yeah.
with like
Yeah.
weird gills on it.
I
It's amazing.
love long nosed
Yeah, me too.
cars. I love Jaguars. I
Yeah.
love long nose. I don't know why.
Yeah, they're
something
cool.
about.
And let's not forget it has
Those
50 cals in it.
Yeah,
because
that's
for
the
some
other
reason
machine
Batman
guns for
uses 50
days.
calibers, which took me some time to realize that, Batman
Yeah.
using guns and whatnot. The Batwing, amazing. The shot when it goes up
Love
to
the
the
Bat-
moon.
Of course.
And it
Yeah,
just-
that's
And then it
vintage.
free falls.
I love
I'm
Batman.
always going to live in a little bit of regret, though, that Billy D. Williams never got to be
Two-Face, I know.
Yeah.
that
He
would
was
be
Harvey
great.
Dent, and
Can
it
you
was a
really
shit.
see him as Two-Face?
No, and the mustache would have been actually
Yeah.
kind
I
of weird.
can't just see him. He's just too chill to be aggressive.
Yeah.
Hey.
But
Yeah.
don't you
Well,
wish
like
you
a holding
you're
a
doing a
Colt
Colt
like a-
45?
I know.
Colt 45.
It's in media. I'm like, hey.
You belong with us amongst the stars. Yeah.
I'm gonna flip this.
What I
car.
think they probably would have done is bleached the Two-Face, the scarred half
Right.
mustache, because you got to have the Billy D.
Yeah.
mustache. I was so excited. Even as a kid, I was
would've been
excited.
weird.
I didn't love the casting. He was a good actor, and I'm sorry I can't remember his name. I didn't love the casting of James Gordon. I thought he needed to be a little more dynamic.
Oh yeah,
He was a little
yeah.
old and a little dumpy.
Yeah.
But Billy
Well,
D. I
let's
was
not
super
forget
stoked about.
Jack.
He was more like
Jack
the-
Palance.
Jack Palance as the head of the crime syndicate
Yeah.
before Nicholson. And my God, that guy breathingly stuttered his way through everything.
one. God,
Oh,
it's
the
so
Palance.
Oh, hard to believe
Jack
that man ever won an
Palance.
Academy Award. Though I have to admit, I did enjoy him in City Slickers when he won the Academy Award.
He was
for.
great,
But
until he died, and then he came back.
Yeah.
I have a soft
Well,
spot
his
for him,
brother
even
came
though
back.
he's horrible. Yeah,
Dude,
Curly's
he's-
gold.
he's
or Curly's
great.
No,
revenge.
he works great, ironically.
Yes,
Yeah, totally.
but not dramatically.
Yeah, not in a real like him and Charlton Heston. If they made like a buddy cop
Oh,
movie.
could you imagine?
I just be,
It would be all breathing.
My God, man.
Just be a bunch of
William
guttural
Shatner,
noises.
Jack Palance, Charlton Heston.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, the
In
worst,
the Buddy
the worst
three-way.
movie ever made. So another great scene that just came to mind is when the Joker pulls out the super long gun and he shoots down the bat wing.
Yeah.
That's
I was
awesome.
mad though.
I was
because that.
You don't eat the Batwing swing.
It was
You shot down
amazing.
No, I know.
It was amazing. And actually, we get to see the Joker's finale. He dies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He falls, which if you watch the scene where they actually show, like it's him letting go and falling down, it's super creepy because it's almost like animated, like
Yeah.
claymation.
Yeah, the way he falls,
Like
his
stop
body's
motion.
like,
Yeah, it's weird.
And he's like looking up. I'm like,
And then he just hits the ground and he's just like flat and that thing, he's laughing.
That laughter thing,
yeah.
Super gross. Yeah.
yeah.
And Gotham was like
Super
the
gross.
grubbiest Chicago ever.
Yeah, it was
Like
no-
I know
totally
there was
gnarly.
colors in it, but I don't see it. I think it was black off gray with an occasional puddle of light.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, I know Chris and I watched it not that long ago. You watch it a couple times a year. It's just the dingiest, but fake dingy, like studio backlot dingy.
Yeah,
that was all right.
That's
because
the
that was
problem.
in tune.
Yeah.
But it is a problem with it. That's one thing that the new Nolans got right a little better, and other more modern
because
superhero films.
there's things in a couple scenes in the day with buildings and some aerial shots.
Yeah.
That's all it takes to give you a sense of big.
Yes.
Right.
Like they had none of it. It was all at night. It was all fucking.
Grimy, and it
dark.
was all very
Yeah.
backlot.
And like one alley shot a certain way, and you can never see background.
Yeah, there's not a lot of scope in that movie.
There was
at
that
all.
scene.
Yeah.
There was
At
that
all.
scene during the day with I think the mayor talking, and then the Joker comes up and he's doing the dance or whatever, and then they shoot everybody.
In front of like
Yeah.
those doors.
Yeah,
That's
but,
when
but that's
they
still
shoot Bruce in the
that's
shoulder.
a lot.
Yeah,
A lot feel.
it's filmed in like a 3-foot area.
Yeah.
like it's so tiny that you don't really get
For
Yeah.
for
anything
the
for it,
biggest epic of its
Yeah.
day, it is a very small movie.
I mean, a lot of it though was miniatures and maquettes. Like,
Well, yeah.
it was
Yeah,
just
well, looking
all-
back, I mean, it's one thing that movies got right about that stuff. The superhero movies, they're filmed on actual locations,
Yeah.
in places, and they show you there's people
Right.
involved, buildings.
That's the one thing the Marvel
things
movies
happening.
nail now.
Yeah.
I mean, and some in
It's
some ways the
important.
DC movies fall into that trap still, be it the Man of Steel stuff and all that. Is that the Marvel movies feel like they're happening in real cities,
Right.
or Daredevil's Hell's Kitchen? It feels like a gritty but genuinely New York kind of hellscape,
totally.
pun
Yeah.
intended. But the DC movies have come along, but back then they were definitely still, because it was the 80s and you're still entrenched in the comic book idea. Like when Creepshow harshly colored everything and everything looked like it in the comic book panel, as much as that's a horror classic in its own way, it's stilted by that.
Yeah.
And that was the problem. People forgot that comic books don't have to look like comic books.
Yeah.
Right.
Comic book adaptations can be something more and bigger, and everyone got the message finally.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
the deal.
to close this out, real quick, Chris, your favorite scene in the movie?
Jeez,
favorite
I don't
scene.
know. I do like the Batwing and the cloud. I know it's sort of cheesy in a way, but
It's
it goes up in the moon. It's the symbol.
it's so iconic. It's so cool. Yeah.
But when you know, plus first it's like I'm Batman. Everyone cheered. You're like, oh my god, it's Batman.
It's Batman, I know. I see that.
At that time, there's just a lot of great.
Yeah.
Oh
When
yeah,
you see that, it's just
absolutely.
All right.
I got to say the museum scene that I harkened
Yeah,
to earlier.
All right.
I mean, that's a
Museum
great
scene,
action set.
cool.
Because basically what that was a scene from the Adam West series, but done for real.
Right.
And it was intense and fun and dangerous a little bit, and that was my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the scene where Batman is fighting up the tower to get to the
so the
to
end,
get
the
to and then
climax.
to get to the Joker. It's such a great fight scene with everything. And with the music, dun, 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 and he's just hitting everybody and smashing them and
Yeah, it's almost like a
throwing
Tony
them out of
Jaa.
windows.
Pre-scene,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
great. Now my second, I think everyone can agree, is where for some reason the Joker, it's in the museum. Joker and Bruce Wayne are there, and he's like, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts."
No,
That might be
listen.
the best, worst thing ever
I
in
was
the movie.
I was gonna suggest
Ever.
the cringiest thing in that movie
Dude,
was that fucking scene.
that makes
they're in
no
like a
sense.
Yeah.
house
No
or
sense.
something.
No
and he finally
sense.
realizes he's got to get out, so he gets the plate.
The plate, he puts
puts
it
it in there
yeah.
and he grabs the like poker and he's like, "You want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts." And he
It's
shoots
so
him.
bad.
It's fucking terrible.
Dude, it's like, even as a kid watching it, I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
No,
this
I
makes
know.
no sense. This is terrible.
That was not Keaton's finest moment.
No. But that was such a
No,
great,
but I mean, I guess
a great,
that's what the
a good
script
bad
called for.
moment in
Yeah.
the movie.
That was just
you
bad
just-
writing on that script. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Totally.
it was.
And just look at his face. Let's get nuts. You're like, oh,
Wanna get nuts?
boy.
Come on,
Let's get. You do a way better version than I.
I don't even think it really
It's
sounds
like
like
you were talking to a baby. You want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts. That's great. All right, cool. So you have it. That is our take on the retro trailer
Forever.
reactions. Tim Burton's 1989 Batman. Be sure to check us out online at embpod.com. Facebook.com/EMBpod. There is a Facebook
Absolutely.
group. You should join that.
You should.
Twitter at EMBpod. Be sure to upload the video. Leave your comments in the section below. Let us know what you thought about Tim Burton's 89 Batman. Leave us your favorite moments, and we can
absolutely.
talk about
And
it.
also
So-
leave us suggestions for other classic
Yeah,
trailers.
other
you might
retro
want us to
trailers that
watch.
you want us to check out. Let us know about
I mean,
that.
we're suckers for anything from the 80s, but literally anytime, if there's a trailer for it and it's something you think we should do, let us know.
There
And
might
if
be
we
a
can, we'll do
Phantom
it.
Menace retro trailer if you don't leave a comment.
Yeah.
So leave a comment.
probably
Be sure to
would have
upload the
anyway.
video.
Watch
Yeah,
Rogue,
if you've
but-
not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So, we're talking to you soon. See ya.
Laters. Burton.
Pax Romanus.
My AS Bastard.